Hi everyone, Anastasia Hermley here to talk about the spring time change. So we have 4 sleeps left until the clocks are moved forward on Sunday, March 8th, and I have a couple tips for you on how to manage it. So if you've already done this before and you know what you're doing, good job and no worries there. But if this is your first time, there's a couple ways to approach it. The first thing is think about, do you want to keep your child's sleep schedule the same? Or you can take advantage of this time change to actually get them more sleep or change their schedule a bit. So say you have a child who is sleeping, going to sleep at 6:30 at night, but maybe having an early morning waking. Well, when the clocks move forward, you can continue to put them down at 6:30 p.m. and then hopefully they'll sleep a little bit later in the morning because you're actually giving them an additional hour of sleep every night because you're putting them down that hour earlier. So you can try that if you'd like. But if you would like to keep their sleep schedule the same, there's 2 main ways to approach it. The first is a gentle transition. So that's looking at the schedule and in about 4 or 5 days in advance, so you would start tonight, ideally, you're going to shift their entire schedule, the time they wake up in the morning, their naps if they're still napping, and their bedtime, and also their meal times 15 minutes earlier. So you're going to be shifting their schedule back an hour in the days leading up to the time change so that when the clocks shift forward, they're on the same schedule. And that gentle transition is really ideal for children who are sensitive sleepers. And what that would look like is any little changes to their schedule, they don't really handle well. Even putting them to bed 15 or 30 minutes later can really cause them to go into meltdown mode, or what I like to call a hot mess express. So if you have a sensitive sleeper, I would use the gentle transition. And no worries if you see this message a few days from now and you're like, shoot, I didn't see it in time. I didn't get to start in advance. That's okay. You can actually still do the gentle transition even after the clocks have changed, just doing the same thing, shifting their schedule back 15 minutes a night or every 2 nights until they're back to their normal sleep schedule. The other approach, of course, is just to jump right in. This is what most adults do. We just change the clocks and wake up the next morning an hour earlier, really it will be for us. And then it can take us and our kids about a week to adjust to the time. So just know that you might run into them having a little bit more trouble falling asleep at night or waking up a bit earlier in the morning than normal, but just stay consistent with the schedule and they should adjust within a week's time. Some other tips I wanted to give for this time change to make it easier on you and your family is going out or opening all the windows in the morning so you can get exposure to morning sunlight. That's one of the best ways to adjust your brain to the new time. Also, make sure to, if you haven't already got it going on, some light blocking and sound blocking devices in your child's bedroom. So you want to, because the sun will be rising an hour earlier than normal, and so people will be going to work and you'll have more noises an hour earlier. So using white noise and blackout blinds or curtains in their window will help so they can sleep to their normal morning time. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and I will be answering those for the rest of the week up until the time change happens. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.